In today's live stream, we're going to have a look at my new Necrons 2000 points list with the Silent King. We're going to have a look at Necrons of the Week and a general channel update. It's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, I was a bit out of practice there right at the beginning. It's been a while since I've been live actually because I had to skip last month. However, I'm very excited to be going live tonight and bringing some fantastic Necron content to yourselves. Now, I'm sorry about the lighting at the moment. I've got a sunset behind me, and well, hopefully when that disappears, the light should get a little better. Hopefully the sound is okay though. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay in the comments below. We've got a few people in at the moment. We have Phil. Hello Phil. Perfect timing for him to show up to my army as he gets major buffs. I think we might be talking about the Silent King. We have CM Wargames in the house. Hello Richard. We have Taikorama. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Probably not. Hello Lords and Cryptics. Hello to everyone. So what has been going on? Aha, I've just spotted Jar in the chat as well. He says Necrons. Hello Jar. He always makes it to my live streams. Thank you Jar. So yeah, as I said, the last show was in May, and wow, it's been crazy, a crazy month. June is like my worst month of the year. I've got so many birthdays. It's my fiance's birthday. It's my fiance's mum's birthday. It's Necron Girl's birthday. It's my anniversary for when I first met my fiance. So many celebrations. We've had family staying with us, which is why I couldn't do the show last month. So yeah, really busy. And on top of all that, I've been working like crazy amounts. It's just been absolutely hectic. I haven't even had time, as you can see, to cut my hair. That's why it looks really long. I'm having it cut tomorrow morning, so I can't wait because it's so long. I think it's longer than when it was in lockdown. We have Mr. Keisling. Hello, he says hello. We've got Jambo. Necrons. So yes, Necron Girl unfortunately got COVID again, second time, and she had it on her birthday. So she was locked in her room on her birthday. So not great, but we celebrated it afterwards anyway. Well, actually we celebrated it before as well because we went out early to celebrate her birthday, but we did another one afterwards as well, so that was good. Yeah, so just been crazy. Like I said, it's just been really busy. So what should we talk about, hobby or the channel first? Let's talk about the channel, shall we, whilst a few people join us, because usually it's the first 5 or 10 minutes that people sort of gradually log into the show. So yeah, let's have a channel update. So in the stream a couple of months ago, I think I did mention that I felt my channel was sort of not doing quite as well as maybe it has done in the past. Probably mainly because obviously the Necrons haven't been doing so great, and we didn't really have much new stuff. So I was getting slightly disheartened. We have Steve from Who Took My Dice. Hello, Steve. Yeah, so I got slightly disheartened a bit, but I G'd myself up, and I decided to put more effort into the channel. And you probably noticed I did my top 3 Necron series. Recorded 6 videos over 2 days, and then I spent another week editing them, got them in the system, and I uploaded those every 2 or 3 days. I just felt that 1 or 2 videos a week just wasn't really cutting the mustard, so I did that. And then of course Nephilim came out with all the new chapter approved and the Dataslate and the points updates. So I've made loads of videos on that, and I have to say, like, this has been my best month for the channel in quite, well, certainly this year. So that was good. The channel's back on the up, yeah, really good, because yeah, I thought I would hit 25,000 subscribers this year easily, and like a couple of months ago I was thinking it's just not going to happen, not this year, because it was really slowing down. But I'm currently about 50 subscribers away from getting to 24.5, so another 500 by the end of the year, potentially doable. I hope so, because I've got loads of prizes all set up for my subscriber giveaway when I get to 25,000. So if you're not subscribed yet and you watch the channel, then please press the sub button, because it really does help out. Right, let's have a quick look in the chat. Amazing sunset, by the way. Thank you. It is rather nice sitting on the balcony watching that go down. Poor Necron girl. I know, not good. I just wish Nick would focus on one topic, you know, like maybe focus on one army, maybe. I try. My Dark Eldar battle reports went down quite well. Not so much the codex review, but then it's not a new codex, so no surprises there. Necron is perfect, and his channel is perfection. Thank you, Phil. Really enjoyed your Titan battle report the other day. I will have to lend my Cromlech Orc Godbuster for you to play against. I don't know if you've seen, but I did actually upload another video today. It was the rematch of the Titan battle report, and in this one I went first. And when we recorded the game, I recorded it with the intention, I thought I might just put it on my membership page so only members could watch it, but then no, because I've always said I don't really want to hide any of my videos, and I want them to be available for everyone. So in the end I just uploaded it on the channel, so that went up today. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. So I think that's really a channel update. Oh no, there is one other thing that I have written down. Yes, I do have notes. Upload times. So you may have noticed I've been experimenting with my uploads recently. Not on a Monday. Monday morning, 7 o'clock, 7 AM. That's like Necron Monday. But all of the other videos I've been experimenting, because my analytics do tell me that 7 o'clock in the morning isn't a good time to upload. It actually tells me that later in the afternoon is when most people are on YouTube, or at least most of my watchers are on YouTube. So I've been experimenting with that, and it does seem to help the videos. Today I uploaded at 7 o'clock in the morning, and the video just didn't gain much traction. So the long and short is I'm thinking of changing my 7 AM slot on a Monday to 2 PM, because that's when most people are on YouTube, and to help your videos get promoted, it helps if you get as many views on the first like 2 or 3 hours of a video being uploaded, so it helps the algorithm. So thinking I'm going to change my upload time probably to about 2 o'clock on a Monday. So hopefully it doesn't interrupt anyone's routine too much, but I have to do what I have to do to try and make the channel grow, you know, as best I can. Sadly, I have no time to watch the battle reports at the moment. That's fair enough. It is only a 30-minute battle report, so it's not too long. Right. Anyone who hasn't hit the like button, could you please do so? It helps Nick out. Thank you, Richard. Yes, always hit the like button, because it really does help me out. Battle reports are tough. I like that Nick's trims is down, so they are short enough to watch. That's good to hear. I try to make my battle reports to the size or the format that I would like to watch battle reports. So it's a bit of a compromise. I try to do some dice rolls and some end of turn recaps and some end of game recaps. But yeah, I'm happy with my format at the moment. So that's it really. I am tinkering on the idea of not having a Necron Monday anymore, so that I'm totally free to upload when I want. The reason why I had the Necron Monday was basically to motivate me to keep making videos, because it's like, right, I need a video for Monday because I have to have a video on Monday. Now I'm thinking I'm motivated enough. I mean, I've been doing YouTube since 2009, so 13 years. I've uploaded over 2,500 videos. I think I've got enough motivation to make a video. So I think I might just put a video up when I have a video that I want to put up, and maybe not stick to that deadline every Monday. We'll see. For now, I'll keep doing it, but if you don't see one on a Monday, don't panic. There will be videos coming. Have you seen 6 Plus Devo much? I've talked to him a bit, and I'll be mentioning him a bit later in this video, actually. So yeah, not video, in this live stream. So yeah, keep watching. Never asked this before, but have you read many Necron books? I haven't. I don't get time to read books. That's the main reason. Time is very, very limited. Any free time that I have goes on the YouTube channel or just doing hobby, and that brings me nicely on to the hobby segment of the video. So I'm gonna have a quick drink. Sun has gone. I look rather slightly dark, but it will do. We have Gizmo watching us. That's my guinea pig. Hello, Gizmo. If you hear funny noises, it's Gizmo. No Necron Monday, heresy. I know. I know what I'm like, because I love the fact that I've put a video up every Monday for the last 5 years. So I'll find it hard not to. So I'll always try to put one up on a Monday, but I'm not going to fret if, for example, a video is not quite ready for Monday and has to go on a Tuesday. I'm just not going to fret about it. So yeah, hobby. I have just finished painting a little secret Necron project. I'm really happy with the results. There will be videos, of course. I'm going to have a build video and a painting video. Now, if you're in my membership, in particular at the cryptic or higher level, then you would have seen this project. You would have seen the finished project as well. So yeah, if you want to sort of see those progress updates and things, then yeah, hit the join button and become a member. You can support me for just 99p at the warrior level, but to see my updates and stuff, then it will be cryptic or higher. And of course, basically any money that I get from all of the support that you give me will go back into the channel for buying equipment. And I'm currently looking at buying better lighting, especially for my battle reports, because in this room with the big window there, it's tough. So I need some better lighting. My light stand is broken at the moment. I've got it taped together. It's not great. Jar says, that dude looks amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with him. I like my take on him. I had a vision, and he's come out pretty much like my vision. So yeah, really good. But there'll be videos in a couple of weeks for that. We have Storm Natural from Canada. Hello, how are you? The Infinite and the Divine audiobook is a good one if you need a hobby background track. Yes, I've heard it's really good. My main issue is when I'm painting, which is over on the desk over there, my fiance is working from home and she's always in meetings, so I can't really sort of play stuff. I could put my headphones on, I suppose, but I don't know. When I'm painting, I just generally like silence. I just sort of work better that way. Would photography lighting be good? I think you can get some cheap ones off Amazon. Yeah, I mean, potentially. The only thing is with cheap, the one I've got at the moment is cheap and it's broken. So I want to get a high grade one, it's going to last. So what else? Hobby. Right. So next, what am I going to do next? I was thinking about completing my Hexmark destroyers. I've got obviously two, the original one and a converted one. So it'd be nice to get those painted up, and especially now they've come down in points. I mean, I think, aren't they 60 points? Or no, 65 points I think it is. I think they could make it into some lists, so it'd be nice to get them painted. And I'm not 100% sure on this, so maybe I could get some feedback from you guys. I am thinking about painting not both of them, but one of them with some sort of stealth paint job. So like as if they're phasing in. I've always wanted to do it. I've seen obviously other people do it, like on Tau stealth suits, where basically sort of half the model is painted like the way it's supposed to, and then the other half is like stealth. I've seen some Necrons. I saw somebody do some wraiths with this sort of stealth look many years ago. I've always wanted to do it. I nearly did it on my lictors for my Tyranid army, but I wimped out. But I feel now that my painting's at a level where I think I could probably do something like that. So yeah, what do you think? What I think I'll do is I'll paint my converted miniature like normal, and then I might paint the original miniature the way it's originally built with the stealth effects. Let me know, what do you think? What do you think of that idea? And of course, if I do it, I will make a painting tutorial on it as well. I paint mine in my man cave watching YouTube or Amazon. That's good. I don't have a man cave, but I have taken over my fiance's desk, so that's very nice of her. Necron Stealth, got to see it. Yeah, I listen to YouTube when painting. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. It will be different, and it's only a single model that I have to do it on, so I don't have to make a whole unit sort of match all together. I can just paint it however I like, and that's the great thing about single miniatures, is you have a lot more freedom. You don't have to worry about let's say that the paint, if you're mixing paints up, you don't have to write it all down in case you're going to have to paint another unit like it. If it's a single miniature, you paint it once and you can just, just go for it. Stealth Hexmark, death marks would be neat. Ahok killed my Hexmark. Still one of the coolest models though. It is a very cool miniature, yeah. So I think that's it for hobby. We do have a few other bits coming up tonight. We of course have the famous Necrons of the week, and I have 8 slots this time. I made up for not being around last month, so 8 slots. We're going to have the tactical corner, which this week we're going to look at my new Silent King list. I envisage this show might go on for longer than normal. So usually I go on for an hour live, but I think I'm going to be slightly longer. We'll see. I may not. I may run out of stuff to say. Can you kind of go through how you painted your Ghost Ark? I could do. It's basically the same as all of my other painting tutorials. So, I mean, if you've watched my How to Paint Necron Vehicles video, then effectively it's that. It's the same. So here we go. Next, I want to talk about my event, because I am having an event. Now, you may recall, you may not have done, but in 2019, when I'd been on YouTube for 10 years, I had a little event at my house. It was at my old house. Something's happening outside, it's very noisy. So yeah, I had some YouTubers around. I think there was 8 of us, and we had a little tournament. It was great fun. I wanted to do it every year, but then we went into lockdown. So it's back on. So I've called it the Dominion War, of course, named from Star Trek, as is my Wargamers Unification Facebook group. Got some Star Trek name in there, and of course IDICBeer. If you're a Trekkie, you'll know that's from Star Trek as well. Anyway, so the event is all ranged. It's happening in August. I can't wait. There's going to be 10 of us this time, all YouTubers. So hopefully everyone's going to make videos and we're going to play some games. There's 1,000 points game. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. And hopefully you'll enjoy all the videos as well. I will link you up to all of the channels that are coming so you can check out their channels. But at the moment we've got obviously Richard from CM Wargames, we've got 6+ Stevo, we've got Aceface and John from Twisted Dice. No, Aceface and Darren from Twisted Dice. We've got who have we got? We've got Big Mech Dan Skull. Loads of people coming. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to link you up to all of their channels sometime in the future so you can check them all out. Quick question: what's best to stop the arms, Tesseract Vault plastic arms falling off? It's very heavy. Well, I just magnetised mine, and you do have to be careful because, you know, it's a big mini. But as long as you're careful, mine stay on. I just when you move it, just move it by the base. Maybe you need blinds because of the sun. Maybe. Apocalypse match. We did consider Apocalypse match, and maybe we will as another event in the future. But we were sticking to the tournament sort of format. So I say tournament. It's all for fun. And yeah, can't wait. So that is happening in August, and there is something else that I want to talk about, and we're going to go to one of my fancy overlays. So yeah, this is what we're going to do next.
Oh, saved by Slaanesh.
Saved by Slaanesh. Do you remember that? For those of you who don't know, I have an Emperor's Children army. Well, start of one. So about 2017 I started a Chaos army. I went for Emperor's Children, got all inspired to paint to the highest possible quality that I could, and to convert all the models as much as I could, make every single one different. I've got a Demon Prince S where I green stuffed some boobs and stuff there. I had a lot of fun, and I've got 36 Noise Marines, and that's all I've got at the moment. So my army consists of 36 Noise Marines and a Demon Prince, which is now a very small Demon Prince compared to the new one. However, of course, the Emperor's Children rules. The Emperor's Children, the Chaos Codex has come out, and the Emperor's Children obviously getting good rules. Yes, these noise sonic blasters, whatever they're called, they look really nasty. So is the tournament going to be live streamed? Probably not live streamed, but there'll definitely be videos being made. So I'm thinking I would like to finish the army, at least make it playable, but I need to do my demonettes, because my vision for the army is 60 demonettes. I've got no HQs at the moment, but potentially I do have, if you don't know this as well, I've got a 13th Company Space Wolves army, and this is the lost legion of Space Wolves, and they were locked in the Eye of Terror for 10,000 years. And all of their vehicles have died, so the army doesn't have any vehicles, it only has bikes. And then all of their armour was sort of being destroyed, so they had to replace it, and they were replacing it with Chaos armour. On my army, I've got Emperor's Children plates, like shoulder pads and knee pads, as well as Black Legion shoulder pads and knee pads. But the point is, they do have some pink on my Space Wolves. I could potentially proxy some of my Space Wolves miniatures to put into my Emperor's Children army so I can get them on the table. I mean, my Long Fangs maybe could be proxied as whatever they're called. What are they called? Sonic. I don't know what they're called now. Devastators? No. The Chaos. I don't really know. But anyway, you get my point. I could proxy them, but I don't know whether I should or not. What do you think? What do you think? I had tried doing regular uploads like a show on my channel and it was hit or miss. You can definitely upload as you please with your following. That's what I'm thinking. You know, for people who really follow, they're going to have their notifications switched on and they're going to watch it when they can watch it. But to hit as many people that are on YouTube when the video goes up is obviously going to be a benefit. You know, if people can see it straight away, then you know it's got to be good. My bro is doing a 40k tourney for his birthday in a couple of weeks, hoping to have Zarek at least built and primed to my 1k list. Necrons and will sweep for sure. I have some Havoc. So there you go, that's what I was talking about. Havocs. As my throat goes incredibly dry. Look at that, I caught the sun today on my nose. I know my nose sticks out, so like the sun just goes. That is just from walking home from work. Yeah, Havocs. I could potentially use like Long Fangs for Havocs. I've got Wolven. So maybe the Wolven could be I don't know what they're called. Not the Chosen, the other one. Possessed. Maybe Wolven could be like Possessed miniatures. I don't know, it's just a thought that I had. Mike B says, spent ages making a Noise Marine army years ago. Every unit was in 6s for a rules bonus. Almost all had metal Noise Marine weapons, even the Terminators. Then the codex dropped. Then the next codex dropped. Yeah, well, that's what I've done with mine. I've got 6 units of 6. That's why I've got 36 Marines. But that was purely for fluffy reasons. I'm not really too worried about the army being super powerful. It was just a fun, fluffy list, which there's a massive backstory on it, which if you'd seen the Saved by Slanesh videos, you'd know about. I won't explain it here. Yeah, so is the Silent King the best lead at the moment? The Silent King is certainly pretty awesome. I mean, there's no doubt about it. We're going to talk more about the King later when I show my list. But yeah, so that was my Saved by Slanesh section. So I think we're ready to move on to the next segment of the show, which is yes, Necrons of the Week. So this is part of the show where I show you some awesome Necrons that I found on the internet, usually Facebook or Instagram or wherever, Google. This week is basically, I think they're all on Facebook, and it will be a variety of things. It could be a conversion, it could be sort of a paint job, a really good paint job, or just an unusual paint job, or just something that I like, which I think that you would enjoy seeing and potentially could inspire you. So that's the whole idea. So let's go table down. Hopefully I'm on the right screen. We are. Here we go. So this is the first one, and I absolutely love this. This is really cool because I've taken full use of the flying stem and making it into a little teleportation beam. With obviously the warrior coming out. I love this idea. It's really, really cool. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the whole thing. There you go. I mean, it's not quite sort of like 100%. What's the word? It doesn't 100% look like a beam coming down, but I think it looks really cool, and obviously takes your eye away from the fact that you've got a massive like plastic stem there. So I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. Very clever idea. Obviously it wouldn't work necessarily for a Doom scythe, but you could just, I mean, I've seen some cool Doom scythes where they use the weapon with like a beam coming out that goes into like a rock or something, and then the Doom Cipher is just floating in the air. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that to your attention because I thought it was really cool. Really, really cool. Phil says, definitely my Flayed ones are my favourite unit for sure. Great, always good to see some decent work from people. And Jar says, party! Because this, I know, is his favourite part of the show. Right, let's have a look at the next one. I'm sure you've probably all seen this, but if you haven't, you need to see this. So this is a Nightbringer done by no one other than Darren Latham, who was the designer for the Void's Dragon. And this is his conversion, kit bash build. And when he was doing this, he was posting pictures of his progress, and everyone thought he was making a Nightbringer for Games Workshop, but it was, alas, just his little personal project. But here it is, all painted up, and yeah, it just looks really, really cool. Let's see if we can spin around, see some other pictures. There we go. I'll be totally honest, I'm not 100% convinced by the scarabs on the base there. But I mean, it works, and you know, it does add extra detail. But I don't know, it's not necessarily my favourite thing about it. But wow, I mean, just awesome. GW, why aren't you making this into a real model? Warriors and Monoliths are my absolute favourite units for Necrons. Nothing says Necrons more. Yeah, definitely. Well, there may be a monolith in Necrons of the Week coming up. You never know. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. I wanted to show you this because this is awesome. Not necessarily this picture. Let's go to the next one. Look at this. This is very, very cool. So LED'd Necrons. Now, I've personally never been a huge fan of LEDs in the miniatures because I've tried LEDs in pieces of terrain, and when I play the game I've got the LED on and you can hardly see it because you've got the lights on, and it's, you know, if you're playing in the dark or a darkened room maybe it might work better. But look at these. I mean, no one can argue how cool these look. Really, really awesome. I mean, the work involved to go into making LED armies is just you know, phenomenal, really. But look at these. You've got the destroyers with LEDs on these side bits. Very, very cool. Going back actually here, the eyes are so cool. So for the very first time, and this is by, I need to do some credits actually. This is by Alex Ander. And I have to say, Alex, you have turned me to LEDs. I would never do it myself. But I have to say, awesome job, fantastic work. It looks so good. I need to give credit to the first person. So this one here was Dustin Martin Boyd. So there you go. Let's see what everyone says. Wow. Scorpics are my favourite unit at the moment. They can deal so much damage with the right buffs. Ran into a Badin last night and wish I had brought the Nightbringer. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. This dude here, I think we've all seen sort of various Scorpion type conversions with Wraiths, but this is something else. Now this is now I need to be careful here. So the poster is Joel Crease, but I believe he had someone else paint it. I'm not sure who built it, but I believe someone else painted it. But either way, look at this guy, and I know he was done for a painting competition, and there he is on his base. Really, really cool. I think any Scorpec type creature conversion is always very, very nice. Whoever installed the LED is a masochist. I lit my monolith and almost went insane. Yeah, it's. I'd imagine. I wouldn't even know where to start, to be honest with you. Damn, that's cool. I do agree. It's very, very cool. I'm assuming it's a proxy for a Triarch Stalker. Yeah, gotta be, yeah. Triarch Stalker. That's a Triarch Stalker's legs. I mean, that would look really, really cool in amongst some Scorpion designed wraiths as well. So yeah, great work. Right, let's have a look at the next Necrons. This guy here. Now I wanted to show you this because, let me just get my notifications off. This guy here, I'm going to zoom in closer, but for now, let's have a look at it like it is. Looks really cool, doesn't it? I've not seen anyone paint the blade on a Scorpec that way, with the sort of space scene, and I really like it. It looks awesome. Now, when you click on it and you zoom in a bit, you can see that it's not the cleanest paint job, but it doesn't matter because at a distance, which is what most people like view stuff at, it looks really, really cool. Very, very cool. So I'm really liking it. So Alex Carpenter, this is by Alex. Fantastic job. Looks awesome, and I like the idea that you've done as well. You know, and also where the orbs are sort of almost like planets, and you've got the stars there, and you've got the nice purple colour. It just looks really good. Great job. Not sure about the tail, but that model is amazing. Yeah, on that previous one. No, that's a Wraith's arms. Yeah, I think the little claws are Wraiths, aren't they? But I think the legs are from a Scorpec, from a Triarch Stalker. These big ones, no? Could be wrong. I could be wrong because I don't actually own the Wraiths, the new Wraiths. To be fair, because as you know, I've got metal Wraiths, old metal Wraiths. Right, so we've seen that one, so let's move on to the next one. Aha! This guy here, using the old Canoptic Spider, Tomb Spider as it was called. I've got a few conversions with these these spiders. They're very, very cool, but obviously this is a newer one. You've got the Destroy Lord there, Scorpec Lord. Yeah, Scorpec Lord. Kids, not Binky the Clown, just me. Trying to work out what this blade is. I'm thinking it's potentially, is it Dark Eldar? Could be Dark Eldar, unless it's from Age of Sigmar. Does anybody know what this double blade is from? That is a Wraith, no extra parts. Okay, fair enough. I think where I don't own one of the new Wraiths, I just thought it was a Stalker. I stand corrected. Right, let's have a look at this. I just spin them around. I think we've got some back shots. There you go. One thing with this, these old Tomb Spider models, and I discovered when I first started the hobby, like nearly 20 years ago, was how difficult it is to get these little mould lines off here. These ones going down the leg, because the leg is slightly sort of arched in. You have to really file them down quite flat to get those mould lines out. It is quite hard work, but it is worth it if you can. So anyway, this one is by Mosh Arena Sarikov. The blade is from Dark Angel Bikers. Ah, okay, interesting. Interesting. Well, it's a very cool blade. I like it. Yeah, it works well. It's homemade. Right, let's see what other Necrons we've got to have a look at. Right, this one here is not painted, but I'm showing you the conversion. So this is from Stu Shelton, and he says, "I love a heroic squad leader." And he's made a very heroic leader. This, of course, is an immortal, and he's got one of those shields on his back, and he's holding one. Very, very cool pose. Really, really like it, I have to be honest. I don't normally go for squad leaders in the Necrons. In my other armies, I do. You know, it's cool having a squad leader, but for me, when I envisage Necrons, you've got your leaders, obviously the HQs. And for me, the units are just sort of mundane, sort of Terminators. There should be all the same. So I don't normally do a squad leader, but I know a lot of people like to have it, and I don't deny that it looks really cool. But generally, I don't do squad leaders. How about you guys? If you're doing your Necrons, let's say you're doing your Warriors, would you make one of them different, like a squad leader? The Lich Guard have a squad leader in the kit, because you get one guy holding the weapon with sort of one hand and the other hand's just sort of free, so he is a squad leader. So I did do it for the Lich Guard, but my normal Warriors and stuff I don't. Where we go? Let's have a look. I think those swords are from the Morcust. Is those blades from Tyranids? The double-bladed one. There seems a lot of mould lines. You play something beside Necrons? Gasp. I do indeed. I've got 6 armies, yeah. Right, let's have a look at the next one. This is actually the last one. So we're going to revel in the last one. Totally want to make a squad leader, but I can't justify it fluff-wise. Yeah, exactly. Right, here we go. You're going to like this one. Ta-da! I like this. It's really cool. And I wanted to show you this because it just shows you can paint whatever you like, however you like, and it can still look cool. I mean, look at this. Crazy rainbow monolith. But I like it. It really does work. I like it a lot. You've got a red crystal. Potentially might have worked better with red here. I don't know that the green complements the other colours that well. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. This is by Jackson Kasdan. Every time I consider a new army, I just end up kit bashing another Necron unit. Less, only 6. Yeah, only 6. It would, well, could be 7 because I do have a load of Harlequins, but I don't count it as having a Harlequin army, and none of them are painted, so it doesn't really count at all. Groovy Monolith, that's different. I like my Necrons cold, can't see me making a heroic pose. Monolith looks like it was assembled in a Tetris game. What's in the 80s movie theatre carpet is that? No pink in 40k, like no crying in baseball. So there you go. That is Necrons of the week. So let me just get back to the main camera. Oh, it's quite dark now. Right, main camera. Here we go. Oh, look at that. It's quite nice tonight. I've obviously got the window open. The flying ants were out earlier. They must have hatched. So it had flying ants everywhere. So let's have a look at what else I've got to talk about. So before we move to Tactical Corner, we are going to have a quick chat about this, the Nephilim, because I played my first game with it yesterday with Richard. I'm going to have a look at the list that I used for that game, but I wanted to have just a quick chat about my thoughts. So the missions, I mean, all the missions basically are the same as they were in the previous edition, with the exception, of course, of the CP difference. And yeah, that was one obviously the biggest things with the CP difference, not having all the CPs. And honestly, I didn't really notice not having the CPs because you gain 2 CPs each turn, and I built my list so I had a few CPs to start with, so I never really ran out. I think I ran out once, maybe turn 4, but then I had 2 more back the last turn. So I was pretty happy with the CP situation and how it worked, especially for us because, well, like I've said in my other videos, we don't have the greatest warlord traits and relics anyway. So we sort of, you could live without some of them if you wanted to. Whereas, for example, Richard with his orcs, I know he uses a lot of CPs. It's going to limit some of the builds that you can have. There was one thing which I did notice, not having so much CPs, is I was very, very reluctant to burn a CP to sort of kill a scarab. To detonate a scarab to try and get some mortal wounds. I would only have done that if I thought it was really, really worth it. So I think that's the only thing really, is I didn't do that, didn't use that stratagem, and potentially if I'd had a load more CPs I might have used that stratagem. But on the whole I thought the CP situation worked really well, and I was quite pleased with it really. Yeah. Obviously, we're going to talk about the new Necron rules and my new list in a minute in the tactical corner. But I'd be very interested to know how many of you guys have played the new Nephilim book, and also how did you find having less CPs? Yeah, let me know in the comments section or in the chat box. If you're watching it back afterwards, and I know some of you do, so thank you for that. If you are watching it back, then let me know in the comment box, because to be honest, it's hard to get comments on a live stream after it's been live, so I don't get many comments. So if you are watching after live, then yeah, give us a comment, that'd be great. I spent loads at the beginning and it worked okay for me too. Was the king in the list? Necrons don't need to spend a lot of CPs to get going. Nephilim, the book of events. Yes, and obviously it's very cool that we have the Necrons on there. So I'm almost thinking, let's just stick with this now. GW, don't change it again. I mean, how long is this going to last for? 3 months, and then there'll be another one. I took my Nuckman books and put them on the shelf next to all the other chapter approved books that we've had this year. I'm guessing quite a big stack of books for this year. But at least the points are free, and let's face it, you don't have to buy this because you can get all of this online anyway, and potentially you could even just use the Battle Scribe as well, because you've got all the points in there and stuff. Yeah, but I like it. It's got Necrons on the front as well, so that's cool. Seemed fine to me. The king is the winner of Nephilim. Nope, have not, and not going to do that. Yep. I don't think. When was the last time you played Red Green? Okay, so I think we are ready. What time is it? Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to be longer than my normal hour, but we'll see how it goes. So I think we are ready to go to the next segment, which is
Necrons!
Tactical Corner.
Tactical Corner. Yes, so this is part of the show where I share some tactics or some ideas, or in this case, an army list. So I'm going to share my army list with you, and first of all, before I do that, a bit of a backstory. Just in case you're new to the channel or if you just not realised what's been going on. So in my battle reports over the last probably 6 months or so, Richard and I have been effectively building Richard up to go to some tournaments. Which has been ill, so he hasn't been able to attend too many. but he's sort of getting on the mend now to a position where he can go to an event. And we've been working towards making getting him a really good list to take to the event to do well. And it's been a lot of play testing, and he's finally come up with what he calls the Goth pressure list. And this list is a nasty orc list, and I've been really struggling to beat it. I haven't beaten it, basically, with my Necrons. Now, before orcs got their codex, I was very successful with my Necrons against Richard, to the point I think I won a good majority of the games. But as soon as the new orc codex came out, I've been really struggling with the Necrons. I have beat Richard and his orcs, but usually when he's just play testing and he's not necessarily playing the best of the best, you know, and that's what this Goth list is about. You know, it's very fine tuned. It's really nasty. It's got some good psychic powers. It's got some fantastic shooting, and it's really horrible in close combat. And it's got multiple threats. It's fast. It was really good at doing mission objectives. Maybe not quite so good now with the Nephilim, but it's good enough. So that's the situation. So the previous list, which I've been playing against Richard, and this list haven't been doing that well. So before the Nephilim release came out, I made a list. My next list that I was going to take up against this horrible Thraka Goth inspired list, and I of course wanted to play the Silent King, because I hadn't played the Silent King against this army yet. I've been trying other stuff out. I wanted to test Richard with the Silent King list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the list which I made ready to play before Nephilim came out, and then I'm going to share the changes that I made, because I've actually adapted my old list that I had for this first game, and then going forward I'm going to revamp the whole thing and maybe use some of the newer tricks that's available to us. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Sorry about the long ramble. Hopefully you enjoy this. I haven't played for the last 5 years. When was the last time you played Red Green? Oh yes, we said that. Yes, it took me a long time to get to grips with the orcs against Necrons. Greetings from Barcelona. Hello, Alex. Nice to see you. Okay, let me set up the table down. Here we go. Get it in the right place. Right. Okay, so this is my list, as I said, before the Nephilim came out. So this is what I was going to play against Richard next. So I was going to take, obviously, the Silent King. He was 420 points back in the time. And I was going to go for a Novok battalion, because in Luckman, Novok was pretty much the best. Obviously things have maybe changed now, but at the time I think Novok really had the edge on everything else. And then I had my command barge in there, my usual setup with the Tesla, understun gun, mainly because of the points. He had the staff, upgraded to the staff, Voltic staff, and then I had the Warlord trait, Thrall of the Silent King, to give me that extra range on his buffs. And then I was going to go for 2 Chronomancers, one with the Vow and also the Entropic Lance. And I'll tell you why I'm going for the Chronomancers in a minute when we go further down the list. So let's, don't think you can see that. So there you go, 2 Chronomancers. And then we had some troops. I was taking a battalion detachment, so we had 3 units of Gauss Immortals, and yeah, the big one, 2 units of 20 Flayed Ones. Now I started this list with 3 units of 20 Flayed Ones, but it's not optimal. and I think 20 units just to flank the Silent King is where we're at, and that's where the Chronomancers have come in. The Chronomancers to go one with each of the flayed ones to give me that 5+ invulnerable save and the re-roll charge rolls. And obviously with the Silent King there as well, we're going to be re-rolling the wounds. So really nice. And then in the fast attack slot, we had some Scarabs, 2 units of 9 Scarabs. And the reason why those are in the list is down to all of the other games that I've played against Richard, where I've just gotten into trouble so early, and the Scarabs are definitely there to go up front to try and sort of roadblock, speed block, slow Richard down, and maybe just hold him up enough so that maybe I get an extra turn of shooting, or I can get the off on him with the assault. So that's what the Scarabs were there for in the list. And then of course 2 units of 3 heavy destroyers. I mean, no surprise there for my heavy. And that came in at exactly 2,000 points. My plan would have been to have Bring It Down, No Mercy, and Bring It Down, Code of Combat. Have I done something wrong there? Done something wrong there. I think that's supposed to be Stranglehold. There we go. Now, this list is 85 points cheaper in the new chapter approved, which sounds pretty good. Obviously, I'm taking some of the hot units which haven't got reduced. I mean, Immortals came down slightly, Heavy Destroyers came down slightly. Your flayed ones all stayed the same. The King Dame came down slightly. So 85 points, which is nothing really, because Richard saved 80 points on his list, on his Goth list. He saved 80 points. So yeah, that was that. Let's have a quick look at some of the comments here. Heavy Destroyers, love them. Vehicle Killers. No, I have a truck now, and I know Tawnies are Wizardwig. I think we're talking about, that's another conversation. Right, okay. So what I wanted to do was use this list, but just change it slightly for A, the extra 85 points, and B, obviously with the Nephilim rules, to see if I can make this list even better. So this is what I came up with. So we're going to go to the actual list. This is one I played with yesterday. And we have Zerikin, the Supreme Command Detachment, in their still, of course, the Silent King, coming down points to 400 points. Now, I made a few changes in my HQ slot, so we still have the command barge there, and I still have the relic, but I've decided to take off Thralls of the Silent King. I don't think it was necessary. I get 2 My Will Be Dones from the Silent King, and then I've got 1 from the command barge, and it's a reasonable range, and I thought the CP would be better off elsewhere, so I took that off. I also took off the Entropic Lance off a Chronomancer. That was purely because I had to take some points off the list at the end, so everything else stayed the same though. And the Immortals, of course, coming down in points slightly. My flayed ones, I reduced them down to 19 in each unit, and again that's just squeezing some points out for what else I wanted to do in the list, which we're coming to next, and that was to add some wraiths. So I've added 5 wraiths to the list, and I had to also sacrifice 2 scarab swarms in each unit to allow me to get those wraiths in, and of course the heavy destroyers staying in the list as well. So I'm ending up with 4 CPs in this list, but I've effectively got the same list, but with some extra added wraiths. Yes, slightly less flayed ones, slightly less scarabs, but primarily it's the same, but I've got a unit of wraiths, and I like that idea because wraiths, they're nice, they're good. So yeah, really happy with the list. I think I've got a good mixture of stuff in there. I've got the Scarab still to put up front and maybe try to slow Richard down. They might work with the Wraiths. Got the Command Barge that they can work with the Wraiths and the Scarabs as well. And then, of course, we've got the Silent King working with the Flayed ones. And then the Immortals are just going to be going on objectives, maybe taking the backfield sort of quarters, along with, of course, the Heavy Destroyers, 2 units of Heavy Destroyers. Now, in terms of my secondaries, I am going to go for all of the Necron ones. So Code of Combat, of course, is a give me because we've got the Silent King and the list. And one reason why I like to have the Command Barge in the list as well as the Silent King is if you do lose the Silent King early before he's got all of his points, then at least the Command Barge has the option, the potential to get those points as well. So it's sort of a bit of a backup plan. Plus, of course, he has the speed and the mine will be done, etc. as well. I've taken Treasures of Eon because I think that's a really good one for Necrons, especially if you can control the centre of the board. And I'm going to take Purge the Vermin. Again, it's also about just controlling the centre of the board and stopping your enemy get into those quarters. And even if you can just stop them getting into 1 or 2 for the whole of the game, you can rack up some points quite nicely. Now, I have stuck with the Novok Battalion with this one, and I'm going to have the Novok command protocols in action all game. I know that in my previous videos I've basically said that the Objective Secure pre-game move is probably the best, and I think, to be fair, it is. However, the Novok is a close second. And, making your whole army an extra, +1 to strength for the whole of the game for the first round of combat is really nice. And I'm thinking strength 5 flayed ones, potentially use the stratagem, strength 6 flayed ones on 1 unit with my will be done. And then with the king close by, re-rolling all of the wounds. Sounds really nice. I'm liking that. So I want to try out the Novok list. So that's my list. That is what I played. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you how I got on, but there will be battle reports as well. So yeah, let me know what you think of the list in the comments. Okay, we've now run for an hour, which is okay because I've only got Q&A left. So we're going to read some of your comments on what you think of my list, and then we're going to do a bit of a Q&A, and then we'll wrap up. So depending on how many questions I get. You should have brought the Nightbringer for Thraka. Nothing makes an Orc player cry like killing Thraka in one fight phase. Yes, you might be seeing the Nightbringer coming at some point. My members know what I'm talking about. Can't wait for the report. Nice list. Thank you, Craig. Dyke, I don't rely on Thraka, but Nightbringer is easily dealt with shooting, psychic charge phase, and the mortal wounds galore. That's the issue, isn't it? Because you can do your mortal wounds in the psychic phase, you can do the mortal wounds in the shooting phase, you do mortal wounds in the when you make your charge, and then in the fight phase, you could take out a Catan very easily. So I have to be very cautious how I play it. It's going to have to be positioned right. But I know whilst Thraka is horrible in your list, especially when he gets that psychic power, it gives him that +3 to strength and attacks. I mean, he's just horrible. However, I know that he's not actually your main threat on the table. He's one of your threats. But you've got other big threats all over the place on that table. And if it was just Thraka and then all the other orcs were just like weaklings, well, you know what I mean, like normal units, then yeah, but it's just the fact you've got Thraka and then you've got all the other stuff. Yeah, it's horrible. Horrible, Richard. You're horrible. Hopefully you will do really well at the tournament. Are you going to the tournament? I'm currently not going, with the exception of obviously my mini tournaments that I'm doing. But I hope to go one day. But I will be making videos. There's a particular topic that I want to talk about. And it's sort of half related to going to tournaments as well. And what's holding me back, and it should be a fun little mini series. So yeah, just keep watching. Nightbringer benefits from line of sight blocking terrain. Most mortal wounds from Sidekick have to go to the closest unit, Scarabs. Yeah, I mean you can get around it, but Richard's very clever and he will deal with a Catan fairly easily. From my experience, anyway. So yeah, I think that's it really. So that was that list. I've got a list video coming up on Monday, a very special video because it's a collaboration video. So keep watching for that. And yes, it is Monday, but it may not necessarily be my usual 7 o'clock in the morning. But there should be a video going up Monday. Hopefully I'll get time. Tomorrow morning, dropping Necron get off to school, having my hair cut, coming home, making the video, picking Necron go up from school, and then we're going to London because it's my fiance's dad's 80th birthday, so we're going up there for the weekend. So I'm going to have to do some sneaky editing whilst I'm supposed to be going to sleep. But I'm sure I'll get it done. Yeah, it's a fact that I have 6 to 7 other units in the list that give pressure, but Gaz just tops the icing. Indeed. I'll get you, Richard. One day I'll get you with that list. I need to beat that list at some point. I can't let you go undefeated with it. Okay, so I think we'll call it quits here. We've only just gone over an hour, so that's good timing. I really hope everyone enjoyed tonight's stream. I know I did. And of course, I'll be back here on the first Thursday of July, whatever date that is, for the next show. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. As always, I do really appreciate it. And we're going to end the stream.